What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing some Mono Shurima. I'm sure Mono Shurima is a deck that you guys have seen a lot, as it is one of the strongest decks in the meta and was definitely taking the whole meta by storm the first couple days. And today we're going to be playing that deck, but a different version than you're probably used to. I know a lot of different variations of the deck have been floating around ever since it came into fruition. Today we're going to be playing Grandpa Roji's version of the deck, which is a pretty interesting build. But first off, I want to start by saying, as you guys can see here, I am currently rank 1 in North America. So for that reason, we are not going to be playing on my main account. We are going to be playing on a different account, which is a lower rank. So these games are going to be in gold, unfortunately. But I think either way, the part that matters is just like seeing how I pilot the deck, seeing how like I run it, and different reasons for like the build in action. So I think I still got some good games to share with you guys, but because of that reason, good reason, we are not going to be playing on my main account. Another thing about this, I haven't really been uploading super regular, but another reason for that is the fact that I've been taking this ranked season very seriously. One, this is the first ranked season in a minute that is counting towards worlds. So ranked counts towards getting worlds points, which is just super huge, super critical, and I would love to be able to participate in that tournament and be able to get a 7-2 seeding for seasonals, which I've never done before, and I think that would help out a ton in potentially maybe making a top cut for seasonals. So for that reason, I've just been like very focused on that and haven't been able to really keep up with the channel, but I'm excited to get this video out to you guys, and we're just going to go ahead and jump into the deck tech now. So here is the list, right? Like I said, there is some key differences that you might notice from other people that have played Mono Shurima in the past. And the biggest outlier that I'll say that you might notice off rip here is we are running a one of Zilean, right? You might think to yourself, why would we run a one of Zilean when we need to find Azir to get the Emperor's deck? There's many reasons for this. One, we have some ways to tutor it out with Rite of Calling and Golden Ambassador. So those are 5 different tutors that could potentially hit Azir. Zilean himself does predict, so you can find Azir potentially off of that predict. Zilean is also very strong with Xerath. Creating time bombs gives you a 1-round countdown landmark that counts towards his level up. After Xerath is leveled up, these time bombs deal a ton of damage, pretty much obliterating a unit from the opposing's board and dealing 1 across if they have smaller units. And he's just like a super strong card. Multiple Azirs generally feels like really bad in hand, and you just don't really want to have that happen. We run a 1 of Soothsayer and 2 copies of Rite of Negation, which help to stop landmark removal, as well as Rite of Negation just being a little bit more all-encompassing and can hit a ton of different stuff. I will say, I've been told, depending on how much landmark removal you're seeing, if you're seeing a ton of it, this can be flexible to a 2 of Soothsayer and 2 of Quicksand. But Quicksand is such a strong card right now that we are on 3 copies of it. It just hits so many different things. With Quicksand being buffed this season to be able to silence 2 units at once, not silence, but get rid of keywords and give -2. It is a super strong card and one that we do want to be on 3 copies if at all possible. But again, if you're seeing a lot of landmark removal and they're killing your Sundis, you can always flip that into 2 Soothsayers. We run Ancient Prep, Ancient Hourglass, Preservarium, Rockhopper, Endless Devout, and Unraveled Earth as our different landmarks that help to level Xerath. Xerath is, I feel like, the more difficult one to level in the deck. So generally, like, these are things I'm keeping in my hand, and I'm like more focused on leveling up Xerath at the start of the game than Azir, because Azir, you'll get there either way. The landmarks count towards the level up as well. So I'm generally not even keeping things like Treasure Seeker, depending on how like fast the matchup is. If it's aggressive, I will keep a Treasure Seeker, but if it's not, things like that I could kick. Even Golden Ambassador I'm generally kicking as well, and as well as Xerath. Xerath, you generally don't want him until like he's leveled and you have the other ways to find him. If you see an Azir in the mulligan, make sure you keep Azir, because there's only 2 copies if you see it, and you can just get that out of the way. You do want to keep that. Same with Zilean, because that will make the likelihood and the percentage of you hitting a champion you need off of one of our tutors even higher. But generally, that's like the main ways, I would say, like the main rules as far as playing this deck. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit from the deck tech and can see, you know, a little bit more once we get into the gameplay aspect of the video. But that's going to do it for the deck tech for this one. Appreciate everybody that's checked out the channel. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Looking to get back into making more regular videos. And also, I'm going to be linking my Twitch channel. You guys are missing out on content and missing out on, like, obviously, like, the regular uploads from, you know, what I was doing in the past. I stream pretty much daily, so if you guys want just more faint content in general, jump down in there, leave the channel a follow, and say what's up. I love hearing whenever somebody drops in and say they came from the YouTube channel. So represent, get in the chat, and get active. But that's going to do it for this one. Until the next time, I'll catch you guys later. All right, we are up against Darkness. Go with the game plan of, you know, I like a lot of this hand. Actually, I'm going to keep it. But we're going to try to level up Xerath as fast as possible and try to see if we can hit him with this Emperor's deck. With some speed, some sense of urgency. With this next round, I'm kind of, unless he plays like, yeah, like something like Acolyte. I think because of Acolyte, we can go Preservarium here. But if he was playing a Catalyzer, we would obviously be forced into the Rockhopper. So if he passed, I think I just play Rockhopper. I'm gonna lead with the Ancient Prep. They just take another Ancient Prep here. We found the Xerath, which is pretty huge. It's fine. If he wants to kill this, that's completely okay. And him not going Catalyzer last round, I think just means he didn't have it in hand, right? And kind of infer that, because they're always gonna play Catalyzer on 2 if they have it. So this punish doesn't really matter because this chip damage from this deck like doesn't accomplish anything. He goes Pokey. It could draw him into the Catalyzer, which would be like the biggest punishment possible. Goes Conch. Lead off Rockhopper, and we could have leveled Xerath by this next round. Obviously be disgusting. Love it if we just hit Azir naturally, but have it all.
Would you look at this place? To the world below. Out of my
Block the Acolyte every time. There's Azir, just huge. Just to kind of like force something out, I'm just gonna do this and kill this here. We get another unit off the Ancient Prep anyways, but one, it just passes the action, so it gives them the opportunity to misplay and play a unit, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Zilean's also just like a good thing to just drop in here that's like not too committal. I don't think we need any of these, really. Azir's never dying to the darkness, right? So, like, I could drop him, attack with Zilean, I get 2 more units, and then he levels on round start with the Ancient Prep. So I think that's definitely the line we go for right now. Then we drop Xerath into Xerath obliterating Vhagar. And other cool thing about this is he's keeping this intact. So like, if he's like trying to, oh, I guess he'll probably just play a unit to start then, because it doesn't really like net any value once we're 4 out of 4, obviously. But yeah, this should just be game, honestly. Like, once we get the Emperor's deck, obviously the value that we have, the fact that we're obliterating this so we don't even put this in the Rekindler pool, it's huge. Got it, man. This is a wrap, my friend. And thinking about it on the other round, I think I should have predicted to Rolling Sands, but it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter.
I will shape death as easily as clay.
Whatever you want, dude. This thing dies on round start. And if I was him, I'm pressing that surrender button right now. Also, we get the stat increase on some of these units. Zilean's doing nothing for us now, so I feel like I probably just block with it if he attacks. I don't know if he's really thinking about how this unit's going to die, because he, you know, only value he's going to get off of that is an attack. It's gone. We just open for sure. Threatens lethal. And we'll just keep putting them in tough spots, like over and over again. So the wallop, fine by me. Play this and have the rally every round start. That'll be so bad for him. Okay, he kills Azir. It's not like we have another Azir in hand. But I mean, we don't go with this here. We always go with this. He's also just dying if he doesn't play a unit. Surrender button, bud. The fork has been initiated. And that's the game. Later. Darkness eliminated. Yeah, like Emperor's deck just super strong. Alright, we're up against FTR. Deny might be pretty solid here. I think I like also the rest of this hand, minus the Devout. I feel like most of the time he's not going to trigger that for us. Azir's a good hit because we're only running 2 copies, so seeing him, you're never really upset. And yeah, we already have our turn 2, turn 3 mapped out, and like, they're going to be drawing cards, so we should find some other good stuff to just like go from there. This is great. Perfect curve. Helps with the Azir. Take this attack, chip damage. Ramp, it's kind of interesting. So we're gonna attack, but we're also gonna Unraveled Earth right away. That way if he wants to vial this, it gets hit by a landmark, and then obviously just after this action, like, any unit he plays is gonna get grabbed by it. We have ways to find Xerath here. I don't think we want to jump to doing that yet, though. Well, now we found him naturally, and like, that's just absolutely huge. gonna play this to help Azir. It's fine.
Steady now.
So let's get the damage. He's obviously concerned about contributing towards our level up. And I don't feel bad about it since we have Deny again, because like he'll get to FTR, right? And it won't even matter. This should force him to do something. Be shocked if it didn't. Oh wow, he just doesn't care. Zilean, great pickup, because now we can potentially find time bombs. Hourglass kind of works. I'll take Hourglass here. Draw a champion. Bigger Xerath, definitely don't mind. Sure, dude. I'm actually gonna drop this Xerath, and then if he goes for a Vengeance, I can Hourglass it. Landmark progression with the second Xerath, I'll be able to, Ooh, I forgot about this card, but now I have to deny. Okay. I actually want to kill Zilean here. He shouldn't be able to stop that. What I get for not playing the Soothsayer. All good though.
Waters, protect our prosperity.
Okay. Now FTR is becoming a bit of an issue. Relatively speaking, because actually, now that I think about it, it does just like level level Xerath. Play matters 0.
Ease your worries.
Alright, and this will be a leveled Azir. Step 1 complete. Like, this guy's got a decent game plan, but it's just not like going anywhere.
Shurima, my empire, my heart.
Our prosperity and loyalty belongs to you.
We'll just do this so this breaks next round, right? Oh, wait, what? What's happening here? Obliterate each enemy. It should work, right? I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, it does show. Okay. Overplay this here. So we'll nuke the voices. I mean, obviously he's already at the mana amount, so it doesn't really matter. And it's like this next round, this is triggering, so if he wants to It doesn't even work, because that's the thing, like, yeah, this is just disgusting. That's a game. That's for sure a game. Okay, there's the level up, there's the level 3, 2 Xerath, and we have Azir. We'll deal like 5 burn to face. This guy just played so scared. He just had like no real like line to win. Obviously the hit that stairs turn was it for him, but the fact that I just had deny was like, it's a wrap.
Witness glory eternal.
Enjoy his movie, and we'll see him later. Yeah. I could have done the shimmering thing, like, if I cared enough to, but he's just always so dead there. But, GG. Alright, this game is up against some nonsense. Don't really know what to expect, but I think I like this hand. Have some units, blockers for Zed. Obviously, Zed can be pretty scary. The other two champs, not really too worried about. I don't expect there to be landmark removal in this deck, but you never really know. Given it's definitely off meta, and with Mono Shurima being one of the meta staples, if he got upset one or too many times, he might just be running it. Never know.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
So this, just a Preservarium. Then we'll curve into Rockhopper Ancient Prep.
Try to keep up.
Take the damage here. This is like a more valuable blocker after it gets buffed up with its effect.
If it's made of sand,
This kills Zed this round. He just can never really play it now. Not never, but this round. Entry doesn't matter at all, other than buffing this, but that doesn't really matter. He could block this if he has it. Again, another thing we wouldn't really care about. Now it clears up board space for our Roiling Sand, which would then give us the level to Azir. I mean, not the Azir, Xerath, and then all that's left is Azir. Hey, he did it. That's cool. Fine by me. Fine by me. I should have probably traded into the Sentry there. I don't know what I was thinking. Not really thinking about anything, I guess. The actual answer.
I am the blade in the darkness.
We're gonna take a hit here, but it's fine with me. We don't really need any of these cards, right?
Only the worthy survive.
If he only attacks with these ones, pretty easy, just block the Zed. Xerath is leveled off of the Ancient Prep. We drop him here, and this can do some clearing of his board. We have one landmark set to drop next, and then we have the Roiling Sand to like get whatever he plays now. Azir also levels on round start. As long as we don't die on open, we're good. Vector's pretty funny. Now Zed's dying instead, which is, yeah, that's great. Great, man. Whatever he buffed, I do not care. We play Azir, and this is just going to be a wrap. Nice, Yasuo. I don't think it's going to matter, man. Quick attack unit's gone. Respect the ingenuity, though. I'm gonna play Zilean probably after this to predict into either a really good Emperor's card or just Time Bombs, which nuke him. Tough. I could have maybe thrown the Xerath out there as like a bait and then just dropped it in an hourglass, like if he buffed with twins or something. This is a fun one. I've never tried to play this card. I'm gonna take it. If he sticks around long enough, like, let's play a 10 mana card. Why not? Why not?
Bring me tea to gain the strength of rivers.
This is kind of good for us because, like, now I can attack. That couldn't really before. Passes as he should. That thing's just dying. Good to just pass. I think I wait for his swing before I try Ascendant's Call. Also, I've never seen someone just like run Kingpin like that. Kind of hilarious. Let's give it a shot. If he's down to 2 mana after denying, like, there's never a problem here. Yeah, he denies, anti-fun, kind of figured. Like, what do you do here? Because if he swings with any of these, I block with Xerath for sure. Especially when he's on one card. See if maybe we can go Time Bomb into Time Bomb if we're sick with it. Gladiator is nice.
Shurima.
Old Zilean seems pretty hilarious. So this dies from here, this dies from the landmark, and then this dies from the just round start effect. The board's still nuked. We fizzled a card though. No. He finally gave up. He thought there was a chance, so that maybe he had a little bit of hope, but even with us trying to grief, he couldn't do anything. All right, we're looking at the Ditto. Always keep Azir. Unraveled Earth is good. Hourglass, honestly, not bad either. Get a full keep here. What we're trying to do, obviously, is level up faster than they do and try to win as fast as possible. It could end up in a situation where maybe we both somewhat stabilize on the Emperor's deck, and I gotta say, this Ditto can get pretty crazy if that's the case. But I do like this. Getting the landmark setup is a huge thing. Since we are on 2 Azir and 1 Zilean, we always just keep Azir. And it's huge in the Ditto once again, just because, like, finding your champions like a turn or two late can definitely just be the difference of the game a lot of the time. Right's not a bad card to trigger our landmarks if he's not playing units, if he's playing around. I like that we both passed turn 1. A double right, it's definitely good. Just found a prep. One thing that's like really good about him finding prep now is now when we play Unraveled Earth, he has no choice but to let a unit play into this. So essentially we have 2 landmarks already just counted for. I don't know what to think about here. Somebody needs a auto pass maybe. Since we get first action on 4, we will lead with Soothsayer to beat out in case he is running Naturalist. We're gonna be on 5 mana, so I'm probably gonna like Unraveled into the Soothsayer. That'll just be like our full round, right? That Unraveled will hit this.
Gonna catch the sky.
We'll just be 1 away. Which is guaranteed to pop there too. It's just funny because like him just finding his ancient preps late really made this easy for us. He's 2 out of 4. He needs 1 more landmark though. So if we take too long to find Xerath, this could get bad. He had it.
Little busy now, Sammy. Later. Ugh, this girl is heavy. Come drink.
My board.
Right?
Oh, I'm going to
Generally bricks for the most part for us now. We're gonna go Ambassador into Treasure Seeker here.
bask in the sunlight.
Take some damage here, but it's okay. 9, 10. Yeah. Azir's taking a while. Definitely is. Drops his aggressively. We're gonna use the 5-2 to kill his 5-4. To be at 11. I could get it at burst with next round with Unraveled, then Azir. And then the Unraveled will just set up like a pretty strong like gridlock against him too. Xerath, his levels on round start. But his Azir still needs 2 units. So I do like that
Raise those banners.
we could clear some of this now. And potentially have one of these take the hit off the Xerath effect. We keep the 2-1 alive to counteract his, right? Oh, it actually just dies to the Preservarium, so I guess it doesn't even work. That's tough. That's a card we are not on.
In Shurima's name.
We might just be dead here. I haven't really checked to do the math, but like a quicksand or something. Need no open attack. Please. If this is it, that's great news for us. We could just block this. I'm actually gonna go about it this way, right? Because I don't kill either of his things here. And if he uses his second Xerath on this, I want to have Hourglass mana. Goes Emperor's Guard, and that's just dying. So he misplayed this, and I think we could definitely take advantage here now.
Shurima never fell. It only awaited my return. Come! My destiny awaits! All the world will kneel before thee.
I like how, because this is a buff Xerath, that now Azir is the smallest unit. It's actually really good too. Alright, he can't even go for this anymore. So I mean, he could go for the Rock Hopper. I don't know. This is like super scuffed for him now, I think. As for this, I'm gonna put the Rock Hopper in a landmark, right? And that'll make this Xerath die right away. This will get some damage on it, but I think that's fine. Have Sandstorm in hand. I think I'm just passing. Easy deny. Roy manage him.
Victory awaits!
Thinking we just attack with this Azir here. He's not really in a position where he can afford to block it, so this should just push a free 11.
Witness history! The order is given.
And that just goes. Crumbling Sands is huge if he has a 7 drop. Plays his own Xerath. Yeah, this was fine. I could just kill it with Rite of the Arcane. I honestly feel like more often than not, this thing's like a weaker opponent of the Emperor's deck.
They will pay for their insolence.
Rise for your
bad, not bad. Gonna just obliterate this. And I think we're like threatening on open attack. Because this doesn't die. That would be great if he attacked with that. I'm pretty sure since the action passes to us, ours is going to trigger first. Not totally sure. Yeah, exactly. So that just goes. Hit this open attack and he's fried. I think that just came down to him not knowing how sequencing goes. But I think either way, we're in a very strong position for that, which was nice.